Bill Gates was recently asked about some of the wealth tax proposals that are going around, and he addressed Elizabeth Warren's in particular, saying that if I had to pay 20 billion, it's fine. But when you say I should pay 100 billion, then I'm starting to do a little math about what I have left over. And I would respond by saying, I think you should do the math first because nobody's asking you to pay $100 billion. It's a 6% tax. How many trillions of dollars do you have? But he's indicating there that there's a limit to how far he's willing to go with these tax reforms. What do you think about that?
Right, maybe he shouldn't have dropped out of Harvard. He could have taken a basic statistics class. Although some people are calling for more of his wealth to be taken. Me, for instance, take more of it. But yeah, the argument that is often made in defense of billionaires is look at Bill Gates. He's a nice guy. He's curing HIV. He's doing all this great work around the world. Here's what's crazy about Bill Gates, that he famously retired 15, 20 years ago or so, and announced very publicly that he was going to spend the rest of his life giving his money away, and to a large extent he has done that. Yet today he is richer than the day he stopped working and began giving all his money away.
That's crazy.
Which just shows you just the value of compound interest and passive income, and how the rich just continue to get richer without doing anything at all. And so, he's one more billionaire that is objecting to a billionaire tax, and one more reason that we should have one.
Yeah, and look, obviously he's done a number of good things. I have a friend I went to college with who worked with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in Africa to fight HIV. Like, he does good things, which I am willing to give him warm thoughts for. I'm not willing to give him a lifetime cessation on tax reform, especially when
and he's supplanted government. He's his own private government in all of these countries, and in our own country, he dictates health and education policy. He might be doing it from a magnanimous, benevolent perspective, but it's utterly undemocratic.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I was just going to say, especially when a follow-up question was asked about if it was Warren and Donald Trump, who would you support? And he, at best interpretation, was vacillated and wasn't clear. But he seemed perfectly willing to support Donald Trump if a wealth tax was the alternative.
Yeah, and so it's revealing that somebody like him wouldn't just automatically say, no, I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump, and list the obvious reasons why it's wrong to support Donald Trump. He clearly has more money than he's ever going to be able to spend his entire life. But because there's a 6% tax on his wealth thrown out there, all of a sudden now he's wavering, or he actually would vote for Warren, and he's afraid of alienating the far right elements that support Trump, which isn't very impressive either. Because he said, I would vote for the person who would bring the most professionalism to the White House, and that's not a very impressive code.
No,
I mean, they're clearly out of Elizabeth Warren and Donald Trump, one of those is professional, and the other just is Donald Trump. So he did seem to be hinting that even despite the wealth tax, he would vote for Warren because he thinks Trump is unprofessional. But the unwillingness to come out and just say that is also revealing.
Yeah. I expect that, considering the strike back, he's probably going to have to release a second statement that's a little bit more clear. But Ryan Grim, thank you so much as always for joining us on the Damage Report.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Damage Report. For more content from the show and access to TYT Network members-only exclusives, go to tyt.com/Brooke. Wait, no, it's tyt.com/John. Go to tyt.com/John to sign up.